So today we'll look at the backyard. So for the first time, I'm actually trying to grow celery. It's really scrawny. All of them are really thin except this back one. Let me pull that. Seems like it's trying to get a little bit thicker, the stalks, whereas all the other ones are more like this. But we'll see. I learned celery likes really marshy soil, so I just have to keep it watered daily. It's my chives, which I need to come back and harvest again. I need to also do something with this oregano. My basil is fading in my little thing, almost all of it. And my cilantro is going to seed as well. I don't really know when to harvest the coriander. I know Patrice was talking about that too. Celery at the top. Oh, this thing fell over. I forgot in the storm, but more the same. It's about end of life for a lot of those. Fennel, which also I need to harvest and do something with. And then my leafy green AeroGarden, good Lord, green stalk is not doing as well as it has in the past. Partially, I think, because I have been keeping that insect cover on it, and it just has been so humid. I think it was too humid in here, and it's been hot, and so a lot of these just, end of life naturally anyway. But my little pixie cabbage are doing pretty good. Well, this chard, this isn't my year for it. The chard and kale, which normally are just gangbusters for me, it's not doing very well this year. Again, a lot of my lettuce is just, I think it's the heat. Anyway, let me stop. I'll clean up after I do this. But so again, my little pixie cabbage seem like they're doing okay. That's really about the only good news, I think, in this whole thing. This lettuce is doing okay. Oh, nope, it's bolting already too. So, I don't know. We'll see. This is some kind of broccoli I've never grown before. It's getting tall, but I don't see any signs that it's going to produce anything. So, I don't know. We'll see. Over here, we have some bok choy at the top. A lot of it got knocked over in the last two storms. I replanted it after the second to last storm, and it seemed like it had been, doing okay. And then the last storm came and they're knocked over again. So I'm just going to let them do what they're going to do. Up at the bottom, I have some baby Baba okra that really probably shouldn't be in the same container with bok choy since they like opposite things. Like, I don't want to put a shade cloth on my bok choy because my okra love the sun. So it's bad planning on my part, but looks like maybe we might be getting the start of something. I don't know. And I threw one bush bean plant in here just for the nitrogen for my bok choy. Some more cilantro going to seed. I'm not going to go over my green bean tower. You guys have seen this before. I did put a couple of pixie cabbage in here just because I figured there's all this nitrogen in the soil. I may as well get something out here that can use it. This is a tomato plant, and I don't remember what kind. I think it's Juliet. Let's see. Anyway, I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yes, I found the tag. This is Juliet tomato plant. None of these have ripened yet, but there's a ton of fruit on here. The ones in the front yard, I've already harvested from. I need to harvest from this basil. Made a couple of times. I've done some pesto this season and just used it on other things, but I don't know. I'm letting it kind of get away from me lately. So I need to come back out here and do some more harvesting of basil. This is something else going to seed, and honestly, I think it's dill. Those are the chives that Pam gave me. I repotted them. I probably need to uppot them in something still a little bit bigger, but they are doing better since I put them out of a grow bag into a pot, and we'll see. Over here, under this shade cloth that I rigged up, this is my collard zone. So I use this bungee cord to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't blow off. So let's take that off and I will take a look at those. I'm going to harvest some of those tomorrow. I've got to cook some collards and Gotta take care of this before they stop producing. This is one of my African Togo. This is the one that got broken, split down the middle during the storm. It's doing okay. It's gotten damaged a few times, unfortunately, since then. Between Ripley, who likes to run back here, and subsequent storms, and you can see it's really yellowed a lot, but it is still trying to put out fruit. So let's take a quick look at the collards. So obviously I definitely need, they've grown even more probably since the last 2 rains. I definitely need to harvest some leaves from these. I should probably, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. So these 2 are doing very well. Again, I try to put a bush bean in with each of them. So here's the one over here, and there's another one you can see kind of getting shaded out over here. And then this one over here is doing really well. Again, I put a little bush bean in there with it. This one is, you can barely even see it. You can see the bush bean. It's sort of taken over in the front. But in the back here is the collard plant. It's way smaller than the other. So when the first day I planted it, I don't know if you can even see it back there, Ripley came in and decapitated it. And I thought it was going to die at first. I started some more, and then it came back. So the ones I started, I sent to Mom, which I think those end up dying in transit anyway. But it recovered, but somehow stunted. So you can see the leaves are a fraction of the size. So there's one of its top leaves. And then look over here. Again, the top leaves of these are just way bigger. I don't know if you can really see that, but if I pull back, you can see it's just never fully recovered, which is fine because, that'll be plenty for us. If I come downstairs, take a look at my raised beds down here. So I'm calling this year just a lesson because this is, I don't even know how to describe this. So I won't be doing this again. I'll have to, use more like sort of self-contained smaller plants in these raised beds next year. This is 2 black plum plants, and I don't know if you can see, it's loaded with fruit. We're doing really, really well. None of them are ripened yet, but very productive. It's just going to be a chore getting in there to harvest. It's all the way. I wish I had left a little bit more space between the fence and these raised beds, but I didn't have a ton of space between the beds and the stairs. So, like trying to get in here to harvest is going to be difficult because I don't have a lot of walking space behind the raised bed. Again, lesson learned. My okra, I sent y'all a picture earlier, starting to make flowers, so that's good. Over here were some cabbage, which are not doing very well. I need to feed, I guess, again. And then these are some radish. I already harvested a lot of radish, and I tried to replant with some small ones, but they didn't really do. See, all of these roly-polies probably ate. But then I have these large, this is no good. Anyway, that's that. And then back here, just taking up all of the space, are these patty pan squash, this scallop squash, and it's just monstrous. You just can't even see what's in here. The squash are all getting overripe before I can find them. It's just huge, and it has been productive, but a lot of the times I'm not finding the fruit in time, and by the time I harvest it, it's overripe. So, and this was some carrots. From the tops, it looks like they're doing okay. So this was a bad idea. It's just trying to figure this out for next year. There's one that's a good size, but trying to find them when they're this size. I see one in the way back. I'm going to go outside of the fence to go get it. It's probably already a little big. So again, on the back side of this monstrosity, so you can see there's no space to walk to really harvest from the tomatoes. But you know, back here again, so here we are. Here's one. It's already overripe. And I'm, you know, this is typical that I'm finding them when they're really large already. But, you know, I've had some fried squash blossoms a few times. Those are good. Oh, here's another one. Oh my gosh. This one doesn't look right. I'll see. I'll cut it open and see. But anyway, so that's it. That's it for the backyard.